I made this bottle in just a few seconds, using only a few prompts. On this channel, we design 3D models together using CAD software, from simple shapes to technical components. In this video, we're testing an AI tool that lets us create similar designs much faster. For this, I teamed up with Tripo3D. Tripo3D offers some genuinely useful features that can save us a ton of time. And that's exactly what I want to show you today, honestly and openly. I care about keeping this test realistic, honest, and unbiased. Together, we'll create models with Tripo3D and then refine them in CAD software to get them ready for manufacturing. Tripo is an AI 3D tool that lets you generate 3D models from text or images. For this test, two modes are especially interesting. HD Model H3.1 is a mode built for detailed models, when you need more surface detail, textures, and visual quality. Smart Mesh, on the other hand, is a new, faster mode. It creates clean, lightweight white models with optimized topology. That's especially useful when you want to model quickly as a base, a reference, or a low-poly starting point. For CAD workflows, there's one thing I find especially exciting. Can I use Tripo to quickly generate a shape idea and export it? So I can keep working on it in a professional tool like FreeCAD or Siemens NX. Today I'm running two small tests. First, we'll design a PET bottle. Then, a technical component used in machine parts. My goal isn't to get a finished, technical CAD model right away. What I actually want to find out is, how quickly can I get to a usable base shape? Is the geometry clean enough to be used as a reference? Can I integrate the result into my normal CAD workflow? And where do I still need manual CAD modeling? These are the real questions that matter for a CAD workflow. Not perfect, ready-made geometry, but a solid, usable starting point I can actually build on. I'm starting with our first test model, a PET plastic bottle. I give Tripo a text prompt, something like, PET plastic bottle with ribbed sides, simple industrial clean shape. In the general settings, under the topology section, you can adjust the poly count. The higher you set this number, the higher quality surface you get. But of course, this can also slow down your 3D software when editing. I'll set this value to 1000. Then click Generate Model to start creating the model. Now let's start the stopwatch and see how many seconds it takes to generate our PET bottle. And there it is. It generated this PET bottle in exactly 18 seconds. This is interesting for CAD users because, in the beginning, we usually just need a shape idea. An early model doesn't need to be precisely dimensioned or fully complete right away. Now let's take a look at the model. Is the silhouette usable? Are the basic shapes clearly recognizable? Can I already tell which areas I'll need to remodel more precisely later on, in FreeCAD or Siemens NX? Before we continue, quickly, if you want to try Tripo yourself, you'll find my link in the video description. Sign up through it, and you'll get 500 bonus credits. There's also a discount code available right now, Tripo Crew. With it, you'll get your first month of the Pro plan at 60% off for less than $8, unlocking all of Tripo's features. And now, let's import the model we created into our CAD software. At the bottom, you'll find the export option, where you can choose the file type you want. I'll go with STL and export the model this way. We're importing our model into our CAD software now and evaluating it through the eyes of a CAD designer. Now, here's something important to understand. An AI-generated mesh is not the same as a parametric CAD model. In FreeCAD or Siemens NX, I normally work with sketches, dimensions, features, and parameters. A mesh from Tripo, on the other hand, is more of a polygonal geometry. That means I can use it as a visual reference. I can potentially use it as a base for retopology or further processing. But if I need technical precision, I'd rebuild the important shapes in CAD from scratch. It's similar to a concept sculpt. It helps me visualize the idea quickly, but the final technical construction is something I do cleanly within the CAD system. The real advantage of generating models this quickly is being able to explore different ideas fast and put together a rough draft of the design you're after. But you should think of it exactly as that, a draft. Alongside your own ideas, Tripo's own suggestions can also open up new directions you might not have considered. That said, I don't use this output directly. I still build the final, production-ready design myself in my CAD software, with every technical detail fully worked out. I've now finished the bottle design in my CAD software, fully worked out for technical detail and manufacturability. Let's put the quick draft Tripo gave us side by side with the finished bottle design. As you can see, I can take an idea I liked as a quick draft from Tripo and bring it all the way to a real, finished design like this. Yeah, not bad at all. Now let's move on to our next test. For our second test, we're moving on to something more technical, a hydraulic piston block. This time, I'll use the HD Model H3.1 mode. Instead of a single text prompt, I'll use the multi-view images to 3D feature. In this mode, we select the front, right, left, and back views of our model and let it generate the model from those. In short, I provide several images of the part from different angles, so Tripo has more information to work with when reconstructing the geometry. The idea here is, the more visual reference I give it, the more accurately it should be able to reproduce the actual shape. Let's see how it turns out. The HD Model H3.1 mode generates a much higher level of surface detail, and it comes with 3 quality tiers. Legacy, Fast and Balanced VE Best Quality. These tiers either extend or shorten the generation time. To get the best possible result, I went with Best Quality, so the generation will take a bit longer. The lower the surface quality, the shorter the generation time. Honestly, it analyzed the hydraulic piston really well. The result is almost identical to the real model. But of course, this only covers the outer shape. We still need to redraw the internal parts and all the technical details ourselves in CAD. Now let's test the difference between Smart Mesh and HD Model H3.1. I'll write a new prompt to generate a sporty alloy wheel rim, this time with both Smart Mesh and HD Model H3.1, so we can see the difference between them together. I'll paste the prompt I created into the text field, a sporty alloy wheel rim, multi-spoke design, clean industrial style, smooth metallic surface, symmetrical geometry, no tire, studio background. Smart Mesh is interesting to me when I need a fast, clean base model. By giving just the basic information, I can let Tripo make its own decisions, and that can result in a lot of different versions. With Smart Mesh, the overall shape of the rim is there, the spokes, the symmetry, the general proportions are all correctly recognized. But when I zoom in, the surface is noticeably rougher and finer details around the spokes are a bit simplified. Now let's try the same prompt for HD Model H3.1. As I mentioned before, HD Model H3.1 has 3 levels: Legacy, Fast and Balanced, and Best Quality. I'll choose Best Quality, so it gives me the best possible result. I'm pasting the same prompt into the text field. And let's click Generate Model to start creating it. HD Model is better suited when you want to present a model visually or use it as a design reference. It offers noticeably more surface detail, richer textures, sharper edges, and smoother transitions between surfaces, making it a much better fit for presentations, renders, or visual concept work where the final look really matters. Yes, it generated our rim, and it actually looks great. With HD Model H3.1, the difference is immediately visible. The metallic surface looks much smoother, the edges of the spokes are sharper, and the transitions between surfaces are cleaner overall. So if I just need to check proportions or quickly shape out a design idea, Smart Mesh gets me there in seconds. But if I want something closer to a final visual for a client presentation, a render, or a design reference, HD Model H3.1 is clearly the better choice here. From a CAD perspective, Tripo isn't a replacement for FreeCAD, Siemens NX, Fusion 360, or SolidWorks, at least not for me. But it can be a genuinely useful addition. I see Tripo being useful mainly in these situations: fast ideation, when you want to try out a lot of different shape variations; visual reference, when you first want to understand an object spatially; concept model, when you want to quickly show clients, teams, or viewers what an idea could look like; preparation for further modeling. You can take the AI-generated model as a starting point and then keep working on it in CAD, Blender, or other tools. This can be especially exciting for YouTube tutorials or quick design exercises, because you don't always have to start from zero. A few features worth mentioning for creators. Tripo can generate 3D models from text or images. There's the fast Smart Mesh mode for clean, lightweight base models. HD Model H3.1 delivers more detailed models with better visual quality. Tripo also supports image editing and image preparation, so you can enhance or adjust reference images before generating the 3D model. For larger workflows, there are additional benefits like downloads, higher texture quality, and more generation capacity, depending on your plan. My verdict: for precise CAD construction with exact dimensions, tolerances, and technical features, classic CAD software remains absolutely essential. But Tripo can be a genuinely interesting tool when you want to get from an idea to a visual 3D concept faster. For me, it's especially exciting as a concept tool, a reference model generator, a fast white model generator, a complement to FreeCAD or Siemens NX. So I wouldn't see Tripo as a replacement for CAD, but as an additional step at the beginning of the workflow. Quickly generate ideas, test shapes, and then keep building with precision from there. If you enjoyed this test, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you in the next one.